Secretary Hopkins, Principal of Tarboro High School. At this time, we would like for everyone to continue to remain standing as we have the presentation of colors by the Tarboro High School Air Force ROTC.
Will you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning. I'm Emma Edwards, Secretary of the Class of 2022. To our parents, family members, and friends, welcome to our graduation commencement. We are excited to be here tonight and thankful for each of you for helping us reach this milestone.
Good morning. I am Leighton Dupree, Treasurer of the Class of 2022. I have the honor of introducing our guests on stage this morning. Mr. Terry Hopkins, Principal. Ms. Melissa Altimos, Assistant Principal. Ms. Brittany Lopez, Administrative Intern. Mr. LaShawn Jenkins, Interim Principal of W.A. Patillo Middle School. Dr. Valerie Bridges, Superintendent. Ms. Charlene Pittman, Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources. Dr. Michael Myrick, Deputy Superintendent and Chief Academic Officer. Ms. Erin Swanson, Assistant Superintendent of Innovation and Strategic Planning. Dr. Robert Batts, Director of Secondary Education. Reverend Raymond Privet, Board Chairman representing District 6. Dr. Evelyn Wilson, Board Vice Chairman representing District 1. Lily Worsley, Board Member representing District 2. Dr. Evelyn Johnson, Board Member representing District 3. Thank you all for joining us on our special day.
Thank you. You may be seated.
So good morning. I'm Valerie Bridges, the super proud Superintendent of Edgecombe County Public Schools, and this is an auspicious occasion. It's Commencement Day for Tarboro High School Class of 2022. Congratulations, well wishes, as you embark upon a new journey. new beginnings, and what I predict to be outstanding opportunities. I want to first acknowledge our Edgecombe County Public School Board members this morning. Thank you for your support and determination to improve opportunities for our scholars. I would also like to extend a special thank you to Principal Hopkins, Assistant Principal Ms. Altamose, Mr. Jenkins, who's our interim principal at Patillo Middle School, Ms. Lopez, our NELA administrative intern, and the Tarboro High School staff for their hard work and dedication to our students and their journey throughout the years. So congratulations, it's graduation day. Moms, dads, grandparents, aunts, uncles, and other family members and friends of the 2022 graduating class, thank you for being steadfast in your support of our amazing graduates. Thank you for being the difference in their lives, pushing them to achieve and holding their hands along the way, and sometimes probably having to threaten them to make sure they complied and hit the mark. Without love and support, many of us would not have made it. So thank you so much for sticking with our graduates. I have just a few key points to share with you this morning, and then we will enjoy the remainder of your special occasion. So point one, plan for your future. Don't just let it happen, you make it happen. Plan for your future and never stop planning. What do you mean by that, Dr. B? I thought you would never ask. It's graduation day, and the next question people will begin to ask is, what's next? What do you plan to do with your life? Everybody will ask, and it may become a bit annoying. So just a little advice. You may decide to continue your education, join the military, work full-time, or work part-time. But whatever you decide next for you, please make sure that you save and you invest, now and later, and begin immediately with your first paycheck. How much do you ask? Whatever you can, $10, $25, $50, as long as you save consistently. You are investing in your future and you're planning for tomorrow, but I want you to have expectations for tomorrow, but I want you to plan for forever. You've heard the adage of putting your oxygen mask on first before helping others. Well, let's unpack that why. If there's an emergency situation, if you don't take care of yourself first, you will not be able to help others. So put your oxygen mask on first, and then you will be better equipped to assist others with their mask. You can breathe better, and you can think more clearly, and you will be better suited to serve others. Point two, get to know yourself. Try different foods, different adventures, decide what you like and what you see as meaningful in the world. Continuous improvement begins with you. We are all a work in product and not finished products. You can choose to get better a little bit each day. You can radically transform your life through incremental improvements. It's referred to as a Kaizen approach. But put simply, the Kaizen approach is based on the belief that continuous incremental improvements adds up to substantial change over time. So it's an antithetical to the mantra, go big or go home. It's less about hustling more and more about thoughtful adjustments, accepting failure, and applying these lessons to your daily life. Think about it. Imagine you get better, 1% better each day. At the end of the week, the end of the month, the end of the quarter, or the end of the year, the progress that you have made is amazing and noteworthy. So ask yourself, what is one thing that you can begin to get better at? Just one thing at a time. Just try to get a little bit better every day. It could be riding a bike. It could be using social media less. It could be reading more. It could be being able to do a push-up or eating healthier. Whatever it is, start small, but be deliberate. Do a little bit more each day. Remember, 1% better each day, and you'll be amazed at your comprehensive progress over time. And point three, I want to share with you my favorite poem entitled, There's a Hole in My Sidewalk by Portia Nelson. It has 5 short chapters, so if you will, please close your eyes because I want you to visualize the poem. Chapter 1, I walk down the street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I fall in. I am lost, I am helpless. It isn't my fault. It still takes forever to find a way out. Chapter 2. I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I pretend I don't see it. I fall in again. I can't believe I'm in the same place. But it isn't my fault, and it still takes a long time to get out. Chapter 3. I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I see it is there. I still fall in. It's a habit. My eyes are open. I know where I am. It is my fault. I get out immediately. Chapter 4. I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I walk around it. And chapter 5. I walk down a different street. This poem helps us to understand life's many obstacles, but it also shows us how to adapt to change, to be flexible, to make better choices, and that failure does not have to be final. Tarboro High School class of 2022, you get to choose your next street, you get to choose the plan for your life, and you get to choose what you want to try to get a little better at each day. So make good habits and choose wisely. Congratulations, happy graduation day, Tarboro High School class of 2022, and remember, your super proud superintendent loves you. Dr. B.
Thank you, Dr. B. Good morning. I'm Jordan Williams, Senior Class President. This morning we would like to recognize several seniors who have earned the privilege of wearing undercords. Senior wearing white undercords, please stand. This cord signifies that a student has earned the distinction of North Carolina Academic Scholar, having an unweighted grade point average of a 3.5. You may be seated. Seniors wearing a gold undercord, please stand. This cord signifies membership in our National Honor Society. You guys may be seated. Seniors wearing a silver undercord, please stand. This cord signifies the membership in the Career and Technical Honor Society. Seniors wearing a black cord, please stand. I ain't see y'all, sorry. This cord signifies membership in the Senior Beta Club. You may be seated. This year, Edgecombe County Public Schools decided to recognize students who exhibited outstanding academic achievements, therefore completing their high school career rankings with a high GPA. Today, we will honor them with the following distinction. Students who will graduate with the final cumulative GPA of a 3.75 to 3.99 are given the distinction of cum laude, which means with honor. These graduates recognized by a bronze medal signifying their academic achievements. Will all cum laude graduates please rise? I may be seated. Students who will graduate with final cumulative GPA of 4.0 through 4.249 are given the distinction of magna cum laude, which means with great honor. These graduates are recognized by a silver medal signifying their academic achievement. Will magna cum laude graduates please rise? Y'all ain't good, it'll be all right, just straight. Hey, students who will graduate with a final cumulative GPA with 4.250 or higher are given a distinction of summa cum laude, which means with highest praise. These graduates are recognized by a gold medal signifying their academic achievement. Will all summa cum laude graduates please rise? You may be seated. Appreciate y'all too.
Good morning. My name is Leighton Dupree. I would like to welcome the Board of Education, staff, our family and friends, and finally, the class of 2022. I also want to give special thanks to my close friends and family for supporting me through the journey of high school. I would also like to thank my teachers and administration for guiding me through these past 4 years. Now, as we reflect on these years we have spent together, we can easily point out some similarities when comparing our paths with those of graduating classes before us. Freshman year, we all came to open house, checking to see who was in our homeroom, first period, etc. Then at the beginning of the year, we checked to see who had the same lunch and where we would be sitting, because that was the single most important thing to us at the time. We were all striving to do our best while being riddled with anxiety about how we did on our first history test. On sports teams, we would be bossed around, forced to carry all the equipment, and somewhat overlooked. This was a very normal year for most, comparatively speaking. Sophomore year, we began a similar fashion, checking our classes, checking our lunch, and trying to have an online class so that we would not have a fourth period. The inferiority wore off a little bit on sports teams, but not all the way. Some of us were finally able to drive, and we got to brag about how we drove to school that morning, and if we were late, we could blame it on traffic. Despite this, life took a sharp turn on that March day when we were told we would no longer be able to go to class in person, no sports events, no anything. We had to socially distance due to a pandemic. We thought, oh, we'll only be out for a few weeks. These weeks turned into months, which resulted in a year of quarantine. During this time, we had to adapt to new learning methods and techniques. Despite this, we made it through the year. Junior year, we continued with virtual learning, and we were able to take classes at Edgecombe Community College. Sitting in our bedrooms every day became lulling and seemed like it would never end. However, we caught a break when we were told that we would have sports only in a short season. Personally, I was grateful to get out of the house. As juniors, we were finally considered upperclassmen. We no longer had to carry buckets of balls, water bottles, or any other equipment. But we could not yet give orders, so we were kind of stuck in the middle. We were able to get another taste of normalcy. This was until life threw us a terrible curveball. On June 3rd, 2021, JT Winstead, who was our dear classmate, family member, and friend, passed away in a tragic car accident. We were all struck with grief and disbelief, as it did not seem real. We will always remember and miss JT, especially as we honor him today at Center Court. Finally, senior year. We all believed this would be our easiest year, although we still had many obligations. This year came with senior responsibilities, such as senior portraits, senior night, and making sure all our dues were paid so we were able to graduate. We were also able to finally return to class fully and see our friends and teachers again. We were also able to walk the halls and talk to our favorite teachers as if they were our best friends. On sports teams, we could finally boss around the underclassmen and make them carry everything off the bus to an away game. Our coaches looked to us as being the leaders and to set an example for younger players. This was also true in the classroom or anywhere on campus. Somehow, through all this adversity, we have endured and persevered. Along with our struggles, we have had great celebrations. While in high school, we have played in 4 football state championships and won 3 of them. We have played in numerous conference and playoff games. We have won a baseball conference championship. Some of us have qualified for regional and state championships in track, golf, and swimming. Some of us have played in the band, participated in art competitions, and been members of the JROTC. We have learned that along with great struggles come life lessons and strength. We have endured and persevered as individuals and as a class. We have found strength when others would have been weak. We should take great pride in our accomplishments and all that we have achieved under such challenging circumstances. We have made our way through 4 years of struggles and challenges which has resulted in resilient, strong, and proud high school graduates. Now we are here. We did it. Before I end my speech, I want to leave you with this message. Never take what you have for granted. Anything can be taken away in the blink of an eye, and you'll never see it again. Take pride in what you have accomplished and complete everyday actions with great diligence and honor. Do not envy others and wish you were in their spot, but be grateful for what you have and what you have accomplished in your life. Thank you.
At this time, I invite the family of J.T. Winstead to join me on the stage so that I may present the family with this diploma. Dr. Bridges, Reverend Privet, you can also join me. That's good. John Thad Winstead. On behalf of our seniors and our school family, I thank all in attendance for allowing us to have this moment to honor JT. As we transition into the celebration of our graduates, I ask you to remember that we can hold the memory of our loved ones in our hearts while simultaneously giving ourselves permission to experience the joy. I remind you that our hearts have just enough room to lose and lose deeply, and also room for much love and joy. We humbly request your cooperation in order to ensure the dignity of our graduation ceremony. Each of our students has earned the right to respectfully hear their names being called clearly. Once supporters cheer and yell for one student, it drowns out the announcement of the next student's name, forever taking away their special moment. Therefore, I ask and thank you in advance for your kind consideration, not to applaud, yell, clap, cheer, or call out their names. Once all graduate names have been called, there will be an opportunity to applaud and congratulate the class of 2022. Thank you for your full cooperation. So at this time, we will have the presentation of diplomas, and I will turn the program over to Ms. Altimos.
Kiwan Latrell Alston. Kyle Jacob Avery. Michael Basurto Zarita. Amari Jaquan Battle. Javon Raheem Battle. Nizavion Dyrell Black. Frederica Irie Bowers. Jerome Keemon Bridgers, Jr. Ariana Janae Brown. Kejon Lamont Bullock. Shahidian Laquise Bunn. Zainasia Alicia Burton. Tanner Allen Cairns. Havana Moselle Carlton. Emily Janice Cherry. Shania Caroline Clark. Christian Contreras Alvarado. Sanaya Brine Cooper. Jaquan Jarrell Cotton. Trahim Omarion Daniels. Georgiana Lee Davis. Ignacio De Leon Rada. Antarius Martavion Deloach. Kanaya Nashay Dickens. Jeslyn Janelle Dixon. Leighton James Dupree. Cheyenne Lee Edmondson. Emma Gray Edwards. Marquidius Dikente Faison. Micaiah Shania Farmer. Tamaya Alexis Renee Freeman. Jamia Lynette Guilford. Jamie Lachelle Guilford. Michelle Gutierrez Montez. Connor Bradley Hale. Javaris Lamont Hales. Brian Xavier Hall. Shonderica Tanaya Harper. Terrence Terrell Harper, Jr. Tanaya Monet Harris. Woodrow Stevenson Harris, Jr. Tamar Hernandez Zapote. Jayshawn Montrell Higgs. McLean Parker House. Cynthia Janice Howard. Azaria Nishay Hussey. Dakaya Renee Hyman.
Rakidra Shavon Hyman. Tatiana Denise Hyman. Camden Zane Johnson. Damari Dodrick Johnson. Samarze Samar Jones. Ziana Nishay Jones. Zykira Najee Jones. Tobias Fondale Joyner. Jason Michael Knox. Jonathan Havens Lancaster. Jonathan Zaid Lopez Tovar. Tyleek Montrell Lynch. Shakaya Lee Ann Lyons. Jada Ari Lyons. Genesis Shikana Mayo. Ramaya Monet McDowell. Zamaria Kanasia McKnight. Diego Crisino Meja Cano. William Ashton Owens. Darrell Raymond Palmer. Jeremiah Cornesia Parker. Micaiah Shanye Pedaway. Latasia Jade Pitt. Rayshawn Onye Pitt. Diana Durrell Pittman. Deshaila Kiona Waisha Pittman. Daquan Malik Powell. Victor Manuel Rhoda Jr. Kanaya Khalees Richardson. Michaela Kanezi Rogers. Miracle Yvette Roundtree. America Jacqueline Sanchez Vera. Aaron Sandoval Aquino. Javia Unique Shaw. O'Shea Naquez Shelley. Donovan Latrell Thomas Spicer. Kayla Mackenzie Strickland. Trey Alexander Swindell. Franisha Audrey Tillery. Deasia Monet Washington. Jaden Amari Washington. Aiden Thomas Webb. Alaric Javon Wheeler. Grace Ann Whitehurst. Jordan Centrell Williams. Cameron Ryan Wright. I would like to invite Mr. Hopkins, principal, to the stage.
Hold on. We're almost there. We're going to give you your moment. We're almost there. We're all excited. Your baby's made it. We're almost there. At this time, will all graduates please stand? You came into the gymnasium as students of Tarboro High School, but you will leave as alumni. To the Superintendent, Dr. Bridges, and to the Edgecombe County Board of Education, the students who stand before you have met and far exceeded the requirements set forth by the State Board of Education for high school graduation. So by the power vested in me, by the Edgecombe County Board of Education and the state of North Carolina, I now pronounce you graduates of Tarboro High School with all rights and privileges afforded hereby. Will everyone please join me in saluting Tarboro High School newest graduation class of 2022. We're almost there. Graduates, please remain standing as we go into our benediction and the turning of the tassels.
Good morning. I am Jamia Gilbert, Vice President of Class of 2022. Please bow your head and join me in prayer. God, our hearts are filled with gratitude as we graduate from Tarboro High School. Thank you for the experiences that have expanded our minds and enriched our hearts. We recognize these diplomas as rewards for all of our hard work and a blessing from you. As we move forward, let us not forget to keep our work in the right perspective in life. Some of our futures are still undecided, but we can find hope in Jeremiah 29:11, which states, "For I know the plans I have for you, saith the Lord, plans to prosper, not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Father, as we launch into this next phase in our lives, please grant us the courage of the strong, the endurance of a marathon runner, the hope of the young, and grant us the wisdom of the saved. And this is my prayer and blessing to my fellow graduates. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine bright upon your face. And may the rains fall soft upon your feet. Until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. And on behalf of the graduating class of Tarboro High School, I ask all of this in Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Period.
Good morning, class of 2022. I'll try to keep this short. Many of you are looking to today as the ending of 6 a.m. alarms, the ending of racing out the door so you aren't late to school, and possibly the hardest thing to part with, the ending of Chicken Nugget Thursdays. I'm here to remind you that the best is yet to come. Envision for the future you want and go grab it. Value relationships with people. Continue to make memories that will last a lifetime. Never take anything for granted because it could be gone tomorrow. We're at the end of high school, but on the cusp of a bright future ahead. Today, we say goodbye to high school, and tomorrow, we say hello to the rest of our lives. The symbolic turning of the tassels represents the transition of candidate to graduate. It is my honor as salutatorian of the class of 2022 to announce that fellow graduates, you may now turn your tassels.
At this time, we would like to ask everyone to please stand as we have our Air Force JRTC to retire the colors. We would like to ask everyone to please remain standing and also to stay in your positions as our graduates, dignitaries, and staff exit the gymnasium. Thank you.